All right, 4 objections and 2 down, 2 to go. Let's tackle no worse. These are the objections that address the systemically bad issues, and we want to make sure that we're making the code that was extracted no worse than what it was originally. So this is once again something where we want a technical expert like Arlo to be providing some advice for the mob. And so you will show them video number 4, committing no worse, before you continue on with the facilitation actions that are provided in your facilitator's guide. Once they've completed the video, the first thing we're going to ask the mob are, what are all the aspects of code that actually matter? So Arlo, can you please, using Miro here, go ahead and list all those aspects that do matter?
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and list them all. That's definitely a job for bulk mode. Okay, performance! Like seriously, we've been talking about that for a while, but now I get to. So, performance, testability, readability, debuggability, security, ability, uptime, recoverability, usability, fit to purpose. Okay, there's a whole bunch more, but that's probably good enough to start.
Yeah, it's a pretty big list. Now that you've listed all of those aspects that are important, the next thing we want to do is tag each aspect or ility, so to speak, that could have been made worse with our extraction.
Okay, let's see. I think I'll use a thundercloud. Okay, performance could be worse. Grr, yes. Ooh, you don't get gold cloud. You get a dark cloud of evilness. There we are. What else could be made worse? Well, testability and readability are better, actually. Debuggability. Are there any worse? No, there's not any worse. Okay. Debuggability is perhaps better and perhaps worse. It could be both. Security, uptime, recoverability, no change, usability, fitness to purpose. No change on anything else. Okay. Those two.
All right. So if you feel that performance and debuggability were indeed made worse with this extraction, what's the minimum change to make for this commit to not be worse?
Let's see. Well, performance is a hard one, as they were talking about in the video. We'd need to run a test really to see. So it could be worse. It could be better. Just looking at this code, the extraction, I don't know, because that could make the performance better or worse. I'd have to run a big test to see, and honestly, it wouldn't make that much difference because the code is only really called the once. So I'm not too worried about performance right now. That's a system level concern we'll deal with later. So I don't think I'm going to do anything for that. Okay.
What about debuggability?
Debuggability, I think this actually made it both better and worse, and that it's easier to see some elements of the stack, but it's harder to, it could break things apart and make it a little harder to read and debug. And so because it did both of those, I think it just really changes a little bit of how I would debug when I get here, and overall I would say that's not a big deal. The only thing that I would do for debuggability is to improve the name, but I'd have to really understand this code a lot better.
Right.
And that would make this commit a lot longer, like several hours more work. I think I'll call it good enough for right now.
Okay. So with these two issues, do you agree that at least resolved enough for you? And this is where we're saying the minimum change. Are they addressed enough for you to feel that the systemically bad category has been resolved for this commit?
Yeah, I would agree that this is no worse. It's not better. And there are a couple of categories here where I have some concerns. But if we keep going, I think that those concerns will get better each time. So we can probably call it good.
All right, we've tackled the big 3. It's safe, it's better, and it's no worse. Now, yes, there was a fourth objection category of no process, but as you're going to find out in the next segment, it's actually a false objection. Stay tuned.